Welcome to our presentation on Right Coach, Right Place, Right Time, understanding the 7 coaching system components. This presentation is aimed at those involved in workforce development planning, specifically national governing bodies of sport, local authority sports development, school sports partnerships, higher and further education, and private commercial providers. It's understood that not all of these organisations directly employ and deploy coaches, but they all have a significant role to play in influencing local networks and practices. Our learning outcomes for the presentation include understanding how the 7 coaching system components recruit, qualify, employ, deploy, manage, develop, retain and regulate can help us to create the right coaches in the right places at the right times. We'll also look at participant and coach development modelling and the role they play in understanding demand and supply. Finally, we'll touch on the importance of workforce planning and ask you to complete our short online survey, the results of which will help us set priorities for Hampshire and the Isle of Wight's coaching development strategy over the next 2 years. Coaches are central to developing, sustaining and increasing participation in sport. Coaches drive better performances and increase success, as well as supporting key social and economic objectives throughout the UK. At all levels of society, the right coach can guide improvement in technical, tactical, physical, mental and lifestyle skills, as well as personal social development. They'll also have a significant role to play in achieving success at the 2012 Games and the people-based legacy thereafter. In selecting the right coach, you need to know who your participants are. What are their individual needs? What's their current level and ability? What's their background? And ultimately, what do they want to achieve from their sport? Without this kind of knowledge, it's impossible to select the right coach. By using participant development models, it's possible to map your participants' needs and subsequently understand the demand for coaching. These models don't just tell us about the numbers of coaches we need, but also give us a sense of the types of coaches based on whether our participants want to play recreationally, compete, or win at the highest level. Once we understand the needs and expectations of our children, players, and athletes, we can begin the process of matching the right coaches to specific individuals and populations. Ask yourself, is the current demand for specific types of coaches met by a ready supply of active, qualified, and skilled coaches? Coach development models allow us to see how closely our current workforce, the supply, meets the demand from our local participants. For example, how many children's coaches do we have at master level, and how many do we need to meet current requirements? Right place simply means our mission is to support a skilled and active and qualified workforce available where you want them, when you want them. Okay, so now let's look at the 7 coaching system components in more detail. So, do you have a system to identify emerging talent, working with local colleges, universities and coach educators who regularly see the next generation of coaches? Do you demand that your coaches achieve a certain level of qualification before independently leading coaching sessions? For instance, do you say that your coaches have to have a level 2? How do you ensure that your coaches are job ready and operationally effective? It's vital that you ensure that your coaches know their roles and responsibilities, the skills that they'll need to be effective and to deliver high quality outcomes. Do you pay your coaches, cover their expenses, or pay for them to go on courses? Do you provide your coaches with a job description or service level agreement? When managing your coaches, do you or your club have regular line management meetings with your coaches? Imagine how much better your coaches would perform if they understood how much you valued their time, gave them clear performance targets, and assessed their progress. Don't limit professional development to formal qualifications. A seminar, workshop, or providing them with a mentor can be a powerful and cost effective development tool for both you and your coaches. How well do you retain your coaches? On average, the lifespan of a coach is approximately 6 years. It's vital that you look after the needs of your coaches by rewarding their contributions, providing praise and constructive feedback, and most importantly, investing in their personal and professional development. What do you have in place to ensure a consistent, high quality delivery and practice by your coaching workforce? Observing your coaches in action and providing feedback is a great way to ensure you know that both minimum standards and high quality are being satisfied by all of your coaches. So, now we can see the link between and understand the needs and expectations of our children, players, and athletes. Understanding their needs dictates the kinds of coaches we need, the skills these coaches should have, and the numbers required to fulfill local demand. This intelligence allows us to create informed workforce plans designed to get our existing and potential workforce to fulfill the demands of our participants. By using the system components, we can improve local systems and focus our resources in the right places. Finally, we can employ research to help us work efficiently and aim for constant improvement in the ways we support our coaches and the standards of the coaching workforce. So, how will we achieve this? Firstly, we need to understand the needs and expectations of our children, players, and athletes, the demand. Secondly, we need to identify the gaps in our current workforce. With this information, we can start to identify and coordinate resources at a local, regional, and national level. Hopefully, all of you now have heard of the Coaching System Support Network, and we hope that you get involved to do your bit to help develop our coaching workforce. Lastly, we'll have a strategic framework to ensure that we maximise resources, and avoid duplication of effort. Thank you for taking the time to look at our presentation, and please go online and complete our survey, a link of which should have been sent to you by the Coaching Development Manager. Thank you and goodbye.